Explained really, really well. You know, it's a character, it's a story, it's a song telling a story.
Yeah, indeed it is. Thank you, Nigel. You have put me up to speed on something. What have we got in the All Sports Breakfast this morning?
Well, unlike Jay Pine, I'm not looking wistfully out the window over towards the Basin Reserve. I'm looking forlornly out at an empty car park, wondering why I'm the only one in the office here on a Saturday morning.
Oh, God, that sounds
but
bleak.
I too will be looking at the cricket. Obviously, as Piney so beautifully described, you know, first ball to be bowled of the Test summer in New Zealand, the new Test summer for 18-19, and looking forward to that. So we've got a bit of audio from Kane Williamson, Daniel McCarty, who'll be part of the Radio Sports Summer Cricket commentary team, as Piney alluded to. He'll join us after 8 o'clock to give us a scene set, give us his thoughts. The other thing we're going to do as well is at around about 20 minutes to 7 this morning, one of our overseas correspondents is John Norman. Now, John has just returned from Sri Lanka, where England have been playing Sri Lanka in that three-test series, as you heard Piney allude to. Again, that was a win for England. So I'm going to get John Norman to give us a little bit of a scouting report on what he saw out of the Sri Lankan side during his time in that country during the English tour as well. So most bases covered with regards to the opening day of the first test between the Black Caps and Sri Lanka for a start.
And what else have we got? Sorry, I absolutely muted myself there. What else have we got on the horizon? I guess the news about the All Blacks, Steve Hansen announcing his stepping aside after the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a heck of a lot to follow with the process in place, but they're not going to look at anything until after the Rugby World Cup finishes. Now, for the All Blacks, that could be anywhere from the second week of October to, you know, all going well from a New Zealand point of view, maybe the first week of November they sort of start looking for that sort of a thing. So we can talk a lot about who the contenders are, who could be in the mix, who might not be in the mix, who the contenders may bring in as possible running mates or part of their coaching staff. But for the part, I mean, it really is, for me, it's a time where you sit there and go, okay, this guy's made his decision. He's deserved the right to be able to make that decision, considering he's given great service as first an assistant coach, now as a head coach, and what he's been able to do to advance. So I actually, from my point of view, it's now just time to sit back and just go, right, okay, let's just take a deep breath, have a look at how things unfold, because there's a lot of time, Tim, between now and, as I say, November next year. So, you know, a bucket load of things could happen. Ian Foster might come out and say, actually, no, I'm not interested in the gig. I'm going to go coach in France somewhere. Scott Robinson could win a third Super Rugby title.
Yeah.
Joe Schmidt could have a change of heart and say, actually, you know, this is a nice gig. I've spoken with my family. They want me to go for it. Warren Gatland could come home after the Welsh thing and say, you know what, I've spoken with my wife and my family, and they want me to have a crack at it as well.
Yeah.
So there's all of these unknowns at the moment that'll be rolling through the minds of those other people.
may be able to throw, say to Shag, look, come on, give us another year or two and we'll see how we go.
Yeah,
You never know.
I think once Steve's mind is made up. That's one thing I've definitely learned over the course of time having dealt with him, Tim, is when he makes up his mind,
Indeed.
he makes up his mind.
And a quick sprint to the finish. What else we got to look forward to this morning?
Okay, in addition to the Phoenix, we're going to be having a chat with Alex Rufer at around about 8:15. Also, it's the National Women's League final that takes place tomorrow. We'll be talking with members of Canterbury United and the Northern Lights as well. We'll also talk baseball, motorcycle racing, boxing, some tennis thrown in there for good mix, and sevens as well.
Excellent, Nigel. Well, we'll leave you with as requested, the Pogues.
Yes, pogue away, my son, pogue away.
If Nigel could sing, this would be him. Something like that. He's still got it? Are they winding up the back? Oh, they're still on the verse. Okay, anyway. Look, it's my last open up for a month, so I look forward to your company while I'm filling for Marcus. And have a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch you soon.
bp.co.nz for info. BP, everyday brighter. parts of the Auckland region. Electricity's been cut in the east and south of Auckland, at Mahurangi in the north, and on parts of Waiheke Island. There's also a cluster of problems, but only small outages around the Franklin district. Flooding has affected State Highway 2 between Titiranga and Otoko near Gisborne, and we've also got some reports around the south area, the southern part of Auckland, in Manurewa and Kura. Public marches in memory of murdered backpacker Grace Mullane are planned today as her grieving family return to Britain with her body. There are peace walks planned for midday in Auckland, Christchurch and Gisborne. Christchurch organiser Jocelyn Bowden says people are coming together because it might have happened to any young woman.
You know, we're all parents or sisters or cousins. I think we're just all devastated that this has happened to such a beautiful, young, vibrant girl doing her OE.
Grace's father, David Mullane, returns to the UK over the weekend. There is, meanwhile, concern that widespread breaches of the accused's name suppression could possibly compromise his trial. Theresa May says it's still possible to get assurances from the European Union which would satisfy MPs back at home enough for them to back her Brexit package. The British Prime Minister's been at yet another summit in Brussels and says there's work to do, and she's confirmed as well EU leaders have ruled out any renegotiation of Brexit.
The EU is clear, as I am, that if we are going to leave with the deal, this is it. But my discussions with colleagues today have shown that further clarification and discussion is, in fact, possible.
Britain's Labour Party has scoffed at her comments, saying May's Brexit plan is now dead in the water. Frustration at a lack of progress on funding for a new drug to treat cancer. Patients in Australia have fully funded access to Keytruda, but here it's only available for people with severe melanoma. Drug company MSD says Pharmax had its application for 2 years now. It says Australia is one of nearly 30 countries where Keytruda is fully funded, and New Zealand ought to be the next. The man who was Race Relations Commissioner during the infamous 1981 Springbok tour will be farewelled today. Iwi Toroa died earlier this week at the age of 91. His funeral is being held this morning.
Welcome to downtown car park. Take your ticket with you and remember to pay at an automatic